What's up? Hello everyone, good evening. Good evening from my living room. I hope you guys are doing very well out there. I am enjoying this quarantine, going a little nuts as you can see. But no, I'm kidding. I'm actually doing a lot of stuff even from home. I just want to say thank you so much for being part of this live on the Lacuna Coil channel. I'm going to be answering your questions. I've been collect them all during the day. I've tried to put them together in different sections so I can try to give a sense to this live and answer as many questions as I can. I also collected collected a lot of items around me, so we will have something to talk about. Hello everyone, I know that the guys of Lacuna Coil, the guys that will be online or are online already checking the live, so if you want to leave some messages down below for them to show them support, they will be more than happy. As you can see, my beautiful Chewbacca PJ, I don't waste any chance to be silly and laugh even at home, because if we lose our smile, what the fuck we're living for? So, I think we should start with your questions because there are so many and I know that I'm not going to be able to answer them all. I hope this soundtrack is not bothering you. I put on YouTube, Dragon Age Inquisition. So cool. If you don't know it, check it out. It's the same guy who wrote the soundtrack for Vikings, so you might like it. Okay, so first question. If you could be anything different than a musician, what would you be? I would be into something creative. I don't know. I don't really know. Let me turn down the volume for a second. I think that I could be a cook. I could be a different type of artist. I love painting. I love sculpting. So it would be cool to do something maybe in special effects. I would love to work on with special effects, like special makeup, or maybe building masks for movies. That would be very exciting. And I know some people that actually works in this area, and one day I will ask them to teach me here and there just for fun. Okay, second question that makes complete sense. Why don't you have a cat? And you guys know that I am obsessed with cats. I post cats all the time. I like them so much. I'm definitely a cat lady. Speaking of which, this will be my mug for tonight. This is a mug that my friends at Blackcraft gave me a little while ago, and I'm in love with Lucifer. So this will be my mug tonight with water to keep my mouth dry while I answer. So there are several reasons why I don't have a cat, even if I would love to have 1, 2, 10, 20 cats in my house. The first reason is because I am away all the time. We are very often on tour, or we are recording, or I'm out of my house to do other stuff. So not only would break my heart to leave my cats, I'm speaking in plural because I know that it will be more than one, by themselves, and I don't want a neighbor to take care of my cats, because I think that once you get a pet, you have to take care of it and stay with the cat. My boyfriend is allergic and he works as well, so there was no way that someone can actually stay at home to take care about the pet. And so that makes it difficult, and that made me choose to not to have a cat. So that's the reason why. And all the cats you see are Maki's cats, Andrea's cat, Didi's cats. So basically Richard and I are the only ones who don't have a cat. That sucks. Okay, next question. What are your pet peeves? Pet peeves, for those who are not very familiar with English, are the things that are driving you nuts or are bothering you. So there is one thing that I can't stand. It's when people don't respect the cues. Wherever you're at, if you're at the post office, if you are at the movie theater, if you're waiting for a concert, What I can't stand, it's people trying to sneak in and just like steal your place while you're in line and you've been in line waiting for your turn. On this thing, I can remember an episode that was really funny, and the guys of Lacuna Coil that are live with me now behind the scenes will remember this. We were in South America at the airport, and there was this lady that was about like 50, 60 years old that was way behind us in line waiting to board the plane. So this lady slowly sneaked in front of us, pretending that she needed to ask for information about the flight. So she ended up being the first one of the line, and we were just like looking at each other, kind of laughing about it, because we were like, hey, the plane is going to get there at the same time for all of us, and your seat is reserved, so what's the difference? So we didn't say anything, and we laughed about it. So if you ever took a plane, you know that once you enter the corridor, there is usually, you know, just like a little walk to get to your plane. And this lady started to run so she could be faster to get to the plane. And it was kind of funny because she was really short, so she had short legs, and she walked really fast trying to pass us over, because at this point me and the guys in Lacuna Coil were just like walking so fast to try to pass her over. So it was just like a little race in between us and this lady to get to the plane, and it was hilarious. I so wish that I could film all the situation, because it was like amazing. But anyway, whoever's not respecting the cues really gets on my nerves. The next question is similar. What usually makes you angry? So that's a little bit deeper, you know, what makes me angry. And I always point out that what really makes me angry is when someone disrespects elders. This is something that I totally can't stand. I mean, I have spent so much time with elders for, you know, family reasons. And first of all, it's always a deep experience to talk to them, to hear stories. It is amazing, you know, to discover something that you didn't know before, coming from someone who has so much experience. And second of all, when you get really, really old, it's like you turn into a kid again. So I really love this duality of like this huge baggage of experience, and on the other side it is this naive way of just like looking at life with the eyes of a child. And that's why, you know, I have a soft spot in my heart for elders, and if I see someone disrespecting them, I go ballistic. So here's another question, something completely different. What is the writing process like when writing a song? So usually we start from an idea coming from Maki. Maki is the man in the band who writes the majority of the music. So it's always starting from an idea, a demo of music that he wrote, some riffs that he wrote and put together with a form of a song. Of course, we're gonna work several times on it up until the very last day of mixing, actually. So Marco writes the music, he passes it to all of us in the band. Now it's easy with computers, we can exchange files. As per the vocal line, Andrea and I are starting to think about vocal melodies, sometimes separately, because sometimes we work separately at home, and then we convey at Marco's studio and we put down all our ideas. Sometimes they come out when we are in Marco's basement. So it really depends. And then we leave the lyrics for a later part. Richard and Didi are talking with Marco separately for the musical part, because of course, you know, Andrea and I cannot really say anything about, oh, you should do this part of drums in this way or that way, because I mean, we have other stuff to take care about. Once we have a sort of a demo ready, we just work on it. So we start with to perfect the lyrics, and each one of us is responsible for his own instrument. And that's how the song goes on. And then we meet in the practice room and we try the song. We see if for us is effective, if it gives us goosebumps, and if we like what we hear, until we just decide that the song is over. So that's pretty much the process of the songwriting in Lacuna Coil. We have never been able to write on the road. That's why whenever we need to write a new record, we just stay home and we focus on a new record, on new music. Next question. How do you memorize the lyrics? Well, that's easy. I mean, we write them, so it's easier for us to remember them. But of course, it's only with practice and singing the song over and over and over. That's, the normal thing that you would do to remember thing. And now it becomes so natural that sometimes, I talk to Andrea about it as well. When we are on stage, we don't even think about the lyrics sometimes. In some parts, because we're so used to sing them that it can happen that for some seconds you're just like, hey, where did I leave my keys? And in the meantime you're singing. That happens. All right, next question. Which is your favorite advice to give young singers / bands who are seeking the dream? With the dream, I believe that the question means the musical dreams, to pursue a musical career. The first advice that I always give is to be yourself, to try to be yourself, which I can understand that is not that easy at first, because we all started being inspired by other bands, other artists, listening to stuff that we liked, and we kind of try to reproduce it our own way. So this is something that you kind of develop with time, be yourself. With be yourself, I mean that you have to make music because you love to make music. You don't have to make music because you want to become rich, you want to become popular, you want people just like look at you and say, oh, you're famous because you got this cover of the magazine, you're famous because you're in the dressing room of this amazing festival. That's bullshit. I mean, being a musician, it's much, much more than this. It is a commitment, because once you start this life, everything changes. Every balance you have in your life changes. And it is not for everyone. Just living on a bus, traveling every day, being in a different place every day. Spend a lot of time with your band, leaving your loved ones at home, especially when you're on tour, of course. It is not for everyone. So, yeah, it's not for everyone. But be yourself. That is something that always works. I remember that it happened to me as well. In some cases I said, okay, maybe I will experiment, with this look, or I'll try to maybe do this thing because it might be better. No, the key is to be yourself. You're classy, be classy. You're nerdy, be nerdy. Just be yourself, and whoever is on the other side of a screen, whoever is on the other side, wherever is in the crowd during a concert, will feel your genuinity. There is such a word? I don't know. Well, they will see that you are real. That's the most important thing. Do you think this period can be good or bad to write new music, new songs, and new lyrics? I would say that you can't force inspiration. So it is not about the time that you have available. It is about what strikes your inspiration. So if you are at home for a month and there is no inspiration, you can try to write a song, but nothing might come out if it's not the right moment. I think that sometimes songs are just like expressing themselves naturally. It happened a lot of time, especially speaking as a lyricist. It happened so many times that Andrea and I like sat on a couch thinking about how can we arrange this lyric. It's not going to work. Oh my God, what are we going to do in this part? And that could be going on for days. All of a sudden, boom, you're taking a shower and the phrase comes out spontaneously. So never force inspiration. And yeah, if during the quarantine you feel inspired to write a new song, if you're a musician or singer, whatever, do it. If you don't feel inspired, do something else to feed your creativity. Let me read some of your messages because, I mean, I know that you guys are writing me, and guys, I'm sorry if I can't answer the questions that you're typing in now. That's actually why we asked for questions on the post that we put on Lacuna Coil today and the window, and that was in the stories, because it's impossible to retrieve all the questions that you are putting there. I can see Andrea is here with us because I've seen a message. I'm scrolling faster as I can, but I'm sure that I will find Didi, Maki, and Richard somewhere in here. Let me see. Oh, well, whatever, guys. Okay, I'm gonna answer your questions because, I mean, there is no time, unfortunately. I'm actually gonna check this live tomorrow, so I'm gonna read all your messages. So keep on typing them and we'll see. Okay. What do you do when your voice is not responding as it should when you have a show? Okay, what do I do? There is not much you can do. Some days you're sick, some days you're tired, because, I mean, to sleep on a tour bus is not always comfortable. I've never had problems, but sometimes, you know, you don't wake up and get to the show super rested and super ready. Maybe you travel during the day and you have to play a show right after you arrive at the place. Well, what I do is that I try not to think about it. I try to involve the crowd as much as I can. Sometimes I say it if my voice is having problems, and I don't think it's a way to ask for forgiveness to the crowd, but I think it's a respectful thing to say, because it's like, hey, I'm doing my best. I know I hope that you guys will still enjoy the show. I wish I could feel 100% well, but that's unfortunately not the case. So let's enjoy the party. Let's make the best out of it. And I sometimes take a shot of whiskey or rum, but that doesn't work for a few days in a row, at least not for me. But that sometimes, you know, I don't think it works for the voice, because usually alcohol is not good for the voice, but it probably takes away the preoccupations of, giving a shitty show, which we never want to. So, next question. Your daily coffee conversations during coronavirus, of course. Have you ever considered going into politics? Fuck no. I hate politics. I don't believe politicians. There is always power involved, and that changes people, because politicians will do everything they can to get your vote. So that's why I don't trust in politicians. And I am also... I have a very big mouth. I always say what I think, so I wouldn't be polite at all. And I would be probably saying a lot of things that I would regret a few minutes after, of course, in a political circumstance. So, no, I would never go into politics. A question in Italian. Ciao a tutti quelli che ci stanno seguendo dall'Italia e anche dal resto del mondo, tutti coloro che non parlano inglese. Spero che capiate almeno in italiano, soprattutto i latinoamericani. E insomma, proviamo con questa domanda in italiano, che è anche bella tosta. Mai avuto attacchi di panico? Allora, non personalmente, però ho purtroppo avuto la possibilità di assistere ad un attacco di panico, ed è veramente una cosa molto pesante da vedere, molto brutta da vedere, purtroppo molto comune. E non ne ho mai avuto uno. Penso di essere una persona sicuramente molto ansiosa, perché sono una persona che comunque si agita nel momento in cui c'è una preoccupazione, qualcosa che mi sballa un po' l'equilibrio, mi agito immediatamente. Però chi mi conosce sa che questi momenti durano veramente poco, sono proprio una micetta, esplode, poi è finito tutto. Quindi anche nelle situazioni pesanti, anche nelle situazioni che mi possono veramente buttare completamente a terra, non mi lasciano mai completamente senza forza, e tanto da pensare che non ci sia una via d'uscita. Ovviamente la depressione è una vera e propria malattia, quindi non si parla solamente di dire a se stessi tutto andrà bene. Purtroppo ci sono dei casi in cui ci sono anche molte componenti che fanno parte di questa problematica e quindi niente, posso solo condividere con voi la mia esperienza dell'aver purtroppo vissuto un attacco di panico vedendo delle altre persone che ne hanno sofferto. Però mi raccomando, siate forti, è normale essere deboli a volte, non siamo perfetti, non siamo dei supereroi e quindi niente, mi raccomando. Allora, have you ever seen a UFO or had an extraterrestrial encounter? Actually, it happened a couple of times. Once at Ozfest 2004, and that happens not only to me, but a lot of people that was actually at that gig was nearby the desert somewhere. I don't remember, but you can find some videos on YouTube about this spots in the sky that were just like staying there. And I remember that we talked for a week about this because everybody was like, what the hell is going on? It was in the late evening and had a lot of witnesses. Yep. It happened. I mean, we can't be alone in the universe. Let's be honest, come on. Favorite video you have ever done? In my opinion, of course, I think that my favorite video ever is You Love Me Cause I Hate You, because I love the cinematic thing that it has. It was the first time that I've actually had the chance to act in a video, because most of the times you are acting as yourself, as a singer. But that was the first time that I've had to play some different parts, and it was very, very entertaining. It was very interesting because it was basically my first experience acting, because the director is actually an Italian director that makes movies as well. So it was a great experience, very informative, and I would definitely do it again. It would be cool to play in a movie, a cameo or something. Next question. What freedom means to you? Whoa, that's hard to answer to in a quick way. Let's say that I think that my freedom, is when someone else's freedom ends. So someone else's freedom starts when mine is finishing. I hope I said it correctly in English, because it's not easy to say. What I mean is that for me, freedom is to be who I am, to do what I want to do, as long as I don't disrespect or interfere with someone else's freedom. But what freedom is for you, it's so complicated that an hour is not even be enough to explain that. But I hope that I kind of answer your question. I'm sorry that I didn't put down the names of the people who asked us questions, because it would take too long to tell them all, and it wasn't easy to put everything together. In Italian, come hai imparato così bene l'inglese? Allora, io ho studiato inglese a scuola, ma la scuola migliore è sempre la strada, quindi parlando con la gente, viaggiando molto, facendo un po' di pratica sui testi che magari mi interessavano, cercando i significati. Però la maniera più facile per imparare l'inglese è avere molte occasioni per poterlo parlare, e ovviamente io sono molto fortunata perché viaggiando molto con il gruppo l'inglese è il linguaggio per eccellenza per comunicare con più gente possibile. Quindi anche se ho fatto fatica all'inizio, pensate che quando abbiamo iniziato noi con i Lacuna Coil facevo anche molte interviste al telefono, perché quando abbiamo iniziato noi era comunque 90, 98, 99, quindi immaginate le prime interviste magari con la Germania, cercando di capire cosa mi chiedevano, magari con un forte accento tedesco, e cercare di spiegare quello che avrei voluto dire senza avere la padronanza dell'inglese. È un disastro all'inizio, però d'altra parte se non ci si butta, se non ci si prova, non si raggiungerà mai il risultato. Allora, what's the first thing you will do once the lockdown pandemic is over? well, the first thing is gonna be meeting with my family, the members of my family, my brothers, my sisters, my niece, my nephews, my grandniece, and my grandnephews, and all my friends, because I miss them so much. We're video chatting very often, but it is not the same thing. I love the human contact, so I can't wait to meet them all again. And I can't wait to just go out and have a pizza in a restaurant, just looking around and see people around me and see everything back to normal. I went to throw the garbage yesterday and I stopped for a second. I just, it's literally down 3 floors where I have to bring my garbage. And I just stopped for a few seconds because we're not allowed to stay out. And I agree with that because I think it's a wise decision. And that is actually why things are getting better here in Italy, because we are staying home. But I stopped for a second and the air smelled so good and the sun was shining. And I was like, wow, a little bit more than a month ago, we could just go out and have a walk. And now can you still see me? Okay, I saw the connection slowing down. And it was just beautiful. I miss to go out so much, but I don't want to be selfish because I know that all this is helping the situation. Okay. Something you are really good at. Hidden talent. Let me see. Well, I am very good in make handmade pasta and focaccia. Focaccia is my specialty. I love handmade stuff, so I make a very good handmade focaccia. In Italia a cosa non puoi rinunciare oltre che alla musica, al cibo. Non aggiungo altro. Sempre in italiano, cosa ti ha aiutato nel corso degli anni a migliorare la tua voce e le tue linee vocali? L'esperienza, più si lavora, più si capisce bene che cosa fare, cosa non fare, si capiscono gli errori fatti e ovviamente si cerca di non ripeterli. Comunque è tutta una questione di esperienze, cercare di ascoltare chi ha più esperienza di te, quindi produttori con i quali lavorate, altri artisti, per cercare sempre di attingere alla loro conoscenza e a trovare nuove idee. If you could learn any new skill, what would it be? Okay, if I could just snap my finger, you might find it funny, but you guys know that I love sculpting. I'm not great at it. It's just pure amateurish stuff. But I wish I could build a porcelain doll. I was always fascinated by porcelain dolls, that I would just love to build one and to do the makeup and put hair and just sculpt it myself. I would love to do something like that. Or again, anything creative. That is the point. You are a beast on stage. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. It is difficult to suddenly switch personality when you step on stage. No, it is not, because I don't actually go up and think about switching my personalities. It's still me in a different environment. So it is not difficult at all. No, it's not difficult. How and where do you see yourself in 10 years? I never make plans that long. I never ever thought about what am I going to do in 10 years, because so many things can change. So what's the point of thinking in 10 years I'm going to be there? Realistically, you don't even know if in 10 years you're going to be here, because life is so strange and puts you in so many... you can't say what you're going to do, not even in a year. You can have a plan, but not too far ahead. I'm always focused on the present. That's what really matters. Yeah, I usually make plans maybe for 2-3 months. In some cases, more months, because maybe I know about a tour coming, but I never make plans that long at all. So I don't know. In 10 years, who knows? Hopefully I will be healthy and happy. Luke or Dart? Well, of course, that's That's a Star Wars question. Well, I am on the side of the Empire, so I will say Darth Vader. But I mean, of course, all Star Wars is great, and I know that I'm wearing a Chewbacca pajama right now, but it's just the aesthetic of Star Wars that is so great. So I would say Empire, and I would say Darth because it's cool. Do you feel nervous before a concert? Yes! Yes! And I think that the day I will not be nervous anymore, I will quit. It is not about being nervous, it is about the adrenaline. It is about like being behind the stage and hearing the crowd that is waiting for your concert. It is just like, putting together all the last details of your outfits and just like look at yourself in the mirror and just like, I'm fucking ready to go, kick asses, and try to recharge the batteries of whoever is coming to the show. It's all about adrenaline. So yeah, I still get a little nervous before the concert, but that's because I care, because I want it to be perfect. In Italian, ci racconti qualcosa di imbarazzante / divertente di te stessa. Allora, io sono un po' strana in molte cose, però c'è una cosa che fa spesso ridere i miei amici, e in effetti non è una cosa normale, vabbè, ma ormai non vi stupite nemmeno più. Quando prendo delle patatine fritte al ristorante, nei fast food, così, le prime patatine che mangio sono quelle non quelle con i bordi quadrati, ma con i bordi un po' spuntati, quindi in pratica mangio prima l'esterno, diciamo, delle patate, che è una cosa assolutamente bizzarra, però voglio dire, finché c'è gente che divide le M&M's per colore, anche il fatto di mangiare le patatine all'esterno come prima cosa, insomma, non risulta più come una cosa così assurda, non vi pare? Sì, in effetti è un po' strana, però vabbè, confessione. Series that I can recommend. Well, of course, in these days of quarantine, we are all binging on series and movies. So what I can highly recommend, Dark on Netflix, and I'm watching Ozark, which is amazing, really, really good. So those two for sure. I can suggest Lock and Key, which is really nice. The Umbrella Academy, if you've never seen it, it's a little old, but it's still cool. Okay, I will leave you with those 4, so you have enough for a little while. Favorite horror movie? Deep Red by Dario Argento. I love Dario Argento's movie. The soundtrack is by an amazing band called Goblin. Ciao Claudio, se stai guardando. Claudio Simonetti. And I have the vinyl of the soundtrack of Deep Red in my collection, and I love it. Deep Red. Also, Suspiria is really cool. What home workout routine you do? I wouldn't really talk about a routine because I'm not a working out person at all. I actually don't like to work out, I have to admit it. But I have a treadmill, so I'm trying to make the best out of this quarantine. Try to, not to get in shape, but if I work out, I can eat more. So that's why I'm working out, because this way I can eat more. So I wouldn't consider it a workout. It's just, so I can eat more. Have you thought about writing your own biography? I did it in a way, and it is right here. That's the story of Lacuna Coil, from the very beginning to Delirium. And I actually got news, like before I started this chat, that the book is sold out for now. I don't know if they will print it, but this week we made a special offer that was 50% off, because I know that a lot of you guys are shopping online because of course you can't go out the way I do. And I want to thank you all, because a lot of you are supporting us so much, buying our merch from our official page. And that means the world to us, because we know that it is really, really hard moment. And it is not easy for anyone, to spend extra money. But we do appreciate so much. You have no idea. Thank you so much. And thanks for making this sold out. So for now, no, I'm not thinking about writing a biography. Maybe a book that could talk about something else. Maybe a book that could help someone else, to feel more empowered and happier in life. Why not? Show your socks. I'm ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because I told you that I was gonna show you some stuff. Okay. Hold on a second, because I have some stuff I'm gonna show you. All right, those are super cool. I am a fan of the brand Stance because they make really cool stuff. They made a while ago those Maleficent socks that are super cool. So those are still in between my favorites. Weird drawings. A lot of weird colors. Then I have a Hellraiser socks. It says go to hell, of course. I have Misfits sock. Hi Doyle, if you're following. And let me see. Ninja Turtles socks. Those are just few from my collection. Those are Vans. I like Vans. Nightmare Before Christmas, but I still have to open them. And we also made the Lacuna Coil socks. I don't know if you've ever seen them because we published something, but we never really talk a lot about our merch. We put it every once in a while, but we don't want to bother you guys. But this has the Krampus. That's actually the cover of Naughty Christmas, and we made socks out of it, and they're super cool. So there you go, you have socks. Next question in Italian. Rifaresti l'esperienza di The Voice? Che cosa ti ha lasciato? Allora, The Voice mi ha lasciato tantissimo perché, scusate, sto raccogliendo un sacco di pass che poi vi faccio vedere. L'esperienza di The Voice, dicevo, mi ha lasciato tantissimo perché per la prima volta ho potuto sperimentare di persona come funzionano i talent. Se ne è parlato tantissimo, chi è contro, chi è pro. Io in realtà avevo un atteggiamento più sul negativo, ma in realtà ero abbastanza neutra, nel senso che dicevo, come posso io giudicare dall'esterno senza sapere davvero come funziona? Quindi per me era l'occasione di testare sul campo come fosse veramente la situazione, e ho incontrato tante meravigliose persone a partire dai miei ragazzi del mio team, con i quali tra l'altro sono ancora in contatto ancora oggi, come la Machella, come Elisabetta, come Marco Priotti, che tra l'altro è diventato cantante dei Movida, Andrea ovviamente che ho portato in finale. Quindi ho un ricordo veramente bellissimo con il mio vice coach del cuore, Dani Macchi, che suona anche nei Belladonna, che saluto, non so se ci sta seguendo, vedrò dopo tra i commenti. E quindi niente, un'esperienza in più che ho aggiunto alla mia vita, quindi sì, una bellissima esperienza. How do you manage to keep your physical and vocal shape while staying home? To be honest, I'm not doing anything because I'm singing every once in a while, but I've never took lessons, so I don't know how to exercise my voice, and I don't do anything special. I sleep as much as I can, and this is something that I do even when I'm on the road, but I don't do anything special, to be honest. Do you do you stream and Twitch sometimes? No, I actually opened a page, but I want to open one with my name. I didn't stream anything yet, but maybe one day, why not? A place in the world who would blow my mind. No, sorry. A place in the world who blew my mind. Of course, they're asking which is the place that blew my mind. Japan, Australia, Thailand, Vietnam, a lot of places in the States, in Europe, China, the world blew my mind because there are so many cool places to check. So many that the world is beautiful. What is one place you would like to travel that you haven't already? Africa and Indonesia. Africa because I am very fascinated and I'm sure that it will be amazing just to visit. We had the chance to play in Africa a while ago. I'm talking about years ago, but we couldn't do it because I don't remember logistical reasons, so I don't really remember. And Indonesia because I've heard that is a really metal place, and I mean, if it's metal, I want to go. Recommended beautiful places in Italy. I would recommend it because the specific question was asking me not places that are very touristic. So I think that he meant something like Rome or Venice or Florence. I can recommend two beautiful cities. One is Perugia in the region of Umbria, and one is Lucca. Lucca is where they make Lucca Comics, which is a huge convention. It's in Tuscany, and basically every place you pick up from Tuscany, it's amazing. Umbria, as I said, it's amazing as well. So Perugia and Lucca would be, two cities that I can recommend. If you could be in a movie, what genre would you pick? It would be an action movie, for sure. That has answered the question. Do you have brothers and or sisters? Yes, I have two brothers and one sister that are elder than I am. So I'm the younger one in the family. Quale sentimento ha tirato fuori di più questa quarantena? Allora, direi che i due sentimenti contrastanti sono stati il sentimento di patriottismo e il sentimento di rabbia. Patriottismo perché ho visto la collaborazione da parte di tantissimi italiani che si sono impegnati nel contenere questo virus, si sono impegnati a rispettare le regole e sono stati a casa, sono stati in grado di aiutare durante questa emergenza, nonostante insomma si siano richiesti parecchi sacrifici. La rabbia di controparte è affiorata nei riguardi di chi invece se ne è fregato altamente delle regole, ha continuato ad uscire credendo di essere immortale, credendo di essere più figo di tutti e di fatto invece ha contribuito a spargere ancora di più il virus in giro e ha rallentato ancora di più la ripresa, quella che tutti insomma stavamo aspettando da parecchio tempo. Quindi sentimenti contrastanti, però tutto sommato sono molto, molto tranquilla. What's your favorite way to celebrate your birthday? To be honest, I don't like to celebrate my birthday at all. Can you believe that I forgot about my birthday so many times? And I remembered it because some of you guys started from the beginning of June, sometimes even at the end of May, because my birthday is June 6th, the official one, even if I was born the 5th. That's another curiosity that you maybe didn't know. So I get messages from people like, hey, it's going to be your birthday in a week. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't think about it. Sometimes I don't even know what day is, what month is. And I don't do anything special to celebrate my birthday. Every time I celebrated something, it's because there was someone else to organize the party for me. And that happens a lot of times because I have amazing friends. But I don't really pay attention to celebrating my birthday. Guilty pleasure song. Telephone by Lady Gaga and Beyonce. Yeah. If you were not a singer, what career would you choose? So I said it's something artistic and creative, for sure. If you came with a warning, caution label, what would it say? I think that if I had a sticker or even shirt or something that says Italian woman, you know that that would be enough. You know it. When did you start singing? First musical experience? I can't really recall the very first experience, but believe it or not, I have a tape at home, and I should actually re-listen to it and maybe put on an MP3 or something like that, in which I'm singing and I'm like 4 years old. And I remember the moment where when I recorded this tape, and it was amazing because of course it was in the house that I was living with my parents. And I remember myself sitting on a stool with huge headphones, because I think I have a picture of it somewhere, and let's say the headphones were like this, if it was compared to my face right now, because of course my face was the tiny face of a little girl. And I started to sing, and my parents recorded everything, and I was actually not bad at all. Actually, it was really cool. I promise that one day I will retrieve that tape and let you guys listen. I swear. Did you take vocal lessons? No, I taught myself. I never took any lesson. So, no, self-taught. What helped you to change that shy girl to the confident woman you are now? I guess there are several answers. Age, the experiences that are coming with the age, and mainly the fact that one day I woke up and realized that people don't give a fuck about what you do. Of course, they love you, they support you, but that doesn't really change their own life. So you should worry about being a good person. You should focus about trying to give something positive to other people without expecting anything in return. But you shouldn't live your life expecting to please everyone that's on the other side. And most of the preoccupations that we have, most of the worries we have, it's because we're always worried about what people might think about us. And since the moment I started to think about this, well, of course, sometimes you are worried about what people might think about you. But what I mean, worried to the point that you're not able to take decisions anymore, or the decisions that you're taking are headed in a completely different way from the first decision that you would have taken, just because you're worried about other people's opinion. So that's how I changed. Yeah. Do you enjoy traveling when not touring? Yes, I love traveling. It's not about the travel, it's about the destination. So I still love to travel. Even though when we don't tour, I spend most of the time at home, because I don't stay home that much. All right. When writing vocal melodies for a song, do you and Andy write an idea separately? So I answered before, and I'm going to leave the chat on the Lacuna Coil page. So if you missed it up to this point, you can rewatch it tomorrow and see all the questions that I've already answered. In the meantime, I say hi to my boys in Lacuna Coil. I miss you so much. You do not miss the hell that I live on the tour bus and the mess that I live on the tour bus, but you know that you miss me too. What's the most difficult song for you to sing live, and the most hard emotionally as well? The most difficult song for me to sing live, well, beside the ones that are in which I'm going really, really high, it's Senza Fine. Can you believe it? Senza Fine, it's a low-tuned song that seems to be very easy to do. But due to the tuning that we are using, it is not very comfortable for my vocal cords. So it's actually not easy for me to sing, which might be weird, but it's the truth. And what's the most hard emotionally? I would say Downfall, because Downfall was inspired by a very hard moment that I went through in my life with my dear mom. So singing it sometimes touches some chords and makes me feel very weak emotionally. What is your biggest stage fright experience? What is your biggest stage fright experience ever felt? If I think about it, I've already said that sometimes you can get, adrenalized and a little nervous before you go live. But there is a show that I will always remember as a very frightening moment for me, and that was in '98, I think. And it was a show in Portugal, with our friends Moonspell, which I will thank forever because they helped to keep the band together at the very beginning. They're brothers to us. We love them so much. But when we played that show, I had high fever. We had some lineup problems because we had some changes. So basically we were playing, I believe, with DAT, so music in the background, because we couldn't have all the musicians on stage. And there were, back then, I think 8,000 people in this beautiful Coliseum. And I was extremely, extremely nervous because, the conditions were not great for the band, and mainly, for myself, because I had no voice. I was talking like that. I remember that it was really hard, really stressing to sing. So that was a very stressful situation. And actually, I should have, if I'm not mistaken, and if I didn't lose the pass already, because I had the original pass. I knew it. See, I'm pure chaos, because even when I try to arrange my stuff, I lose it. Oh, there you go. February 7, 98. I don't know if you can see it. Wow, memories. And that is actually the pass that we use with Moonspell, because Moonspell took us on our very first North American tour. And that was in 2001. So that was the very first time that we arrived in North America. And that was crazy. I have so many other passes that are insane. Let me pick up one. Oh, that's a cool one. That's Ozfest 2004. That was the year we played twice at Ozfest. That was the year when we have been personally picked up by Jack Osbourne and Kelly, I think, the son and daughter of Ozzy Osbourne, who picked us up for the festival. So can you imagine the excitement to be part of all this? And I have a very cool memorabilia that I want to show you. That is the official book that they released in 2006. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's a picture with Lemmy that is not related, but Lemmy always works whenever you see it. So this was the official, not magazine, because this was given to the artist. I'm not sure if they were giving it to the crowd as well, to the people in the crowd. But this is signed by a lot of great artists, because it's Ozzy and Blasco and people from the band in the front. But if I don't remember wrong, there should be System of a Down and who else? Let me check. System of a Down, autographed by all of them. And I remember having wine on Serge bus one evening. Best guy ever. Disturbed, our friends Disturbed, that were there, and we would have toured with them. Oh wow. Avenged Sevenfold as well. Avenged Sevenfold. I remember that on that year, I had no idea who they were, and we became friends on that tour. And there is also the Rev. There is a dedication from the Rev. I remember Andrea and I had a crazy party at Dan's house. Dan, the guitar player of Disturbed, and the Rev was there as well, and Matt as well. It was a fantastic night. So yeah, I hope you appreciate this. There is also a Zach Wild signature, Hate Breed. Wow. So many things happened in more than 20 years. Let me see if I have some other cool passes. Ooh, our first Wacken 98. Wacken 98 artist pass. Let me see. I found a Shiprocked. Too bad that I can't find all the other passes because I have so many. I had, of course, the 70,000 tons of metal. That is an important one. Actually, two important ones. The passes for the 119 show in London and in New York. The shows for our 20th anniversary. The one in London, of course, was the show with a lot of artists from the Incandescence Circus, and this is something that we couldn't do in New York, unfortunately. But in New York, it was amazing anyway. And our friend, we only have 2 minutes, really? Oh, that sucks. Well, guys, that means that we are gonna have another Q&A very soon because I have so much stuff to show you. I'm gonna leave you with something very, very important. This is the pass of the tour that we did with Type O Negative in 2003 in North America. And before I say goodbye, I'm going to leave you with something that will make someone cry over there. And I mean, it's the same here. This shirt was given to me by Peter Steele on the tour that we did with Type O Negative. He signed it for me. It was a great experience. We loved Type O Negative. We loved them in the beginning. They were one of the reasons why we got together as a band, and they will always be. So it's time to say goodbye, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this Q&A thing. I promise that I will do another one because I really want to answer all your questions. I love you all, and I will see you soon. And see you tomorrow night for the live on the Metal Hammer Spain Instagram page. So maybe I can show you something else. Ciao.